It's Sunday, November 23rd, 2025. Here lies a very, very good girl. Yesterday was a very difficult day for my wife and I. We lost a very dear member of our family. She just got very sick, and there was no path forward. In my 60 years, I've had pets pretty well the entire time, and I've never had to do that. It was very, very difficult. Thank goodness for a little tractor with a backhoe. A couple inches of this ground was frozen, and it took a little bit of doing to get through that, but otherwise it worked out okay. So she's sleeping in the yard now. And out of the three, there's one left. You've seen him on live streams, Mr. Boots. So we go on. As mentioned in a previous video, the primary reason to wait to put my bees in my building is temperature. It's 7 degrees C out here. It's beautiful sun. I'm not in short pants, but I am in a t-shirt. And I've been trying to cool my building for 3 or 4 days now, down to 4 degrees. And it's reached 4 degrees. Because it's getting a few degrees below freezing at night. But, you know, today it can't keep up because it's sucking in air that's 7 degrees. So it'll sit there and blow until later today when the sun goes down and temperatures drop. So even with just a few colonies of bees in there, there's going to be 40, I think is it probably about 50 colonies in there this year. So if I had moved them in already, then they would be getting a bit warm. 7 degrees isn't that bad. They'd probably be okay still, but 7 degrees, they're fine outside too, right? So there's no hurry, there's no reason. And the vast majority of the nukes, perhaps in particular, are in poly equipment. So being outside in poly equipment, it's not an issue. So I just thought I'd fill you in on that. That's exactly why I haven't moved my bees in. We're going to get some snow though. Winter's going to arrive, and the temperatures aren't going to get crazy cold, but they are going to drop a bit. My first temperature overnight, minus 10 or colder, will be Thursday evening so far. You know, forecast changes all the time. But what's worse than that is we're going to get a lot of snow. And Tuesday, it's going to snow all day. And then Wednesday night, it's going to snow all night till Thursday morning. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I don't like that white stuff. Everything disappears. And you have to kind of take a visual inventory of your yard, because you have to remember where everything is. It's not good. I don't like snow. Winter is one thing, but snow, I don't like snow. Oh well. So that's the reasoning here. It's Tuesday, November 25th, 2025, and I'm going to go and move some bees. I'm dressed up real warm, not because it's especially cold out. There's a pretty stiff north wind, and that's always very chilling. And I thought, I've got warm clothes. I might as well wear the warm clothes as get cold on the tractor. And, in my advancing years, I do get cold a little more easily than I might have when I was younger. So why not? I didn't wear the electric socks, but I do have the big bush pack boots on. So that'll help a lot better than running shoes. This little Carhartt balaclava, it's kind of neat. You can pull that right up to block the wind, and that helps a lot. And they call it convertible because you can put this part up inside. If you just want to wear it as a hat or a toque, you can put the ears up if you like. There's a hood on this jacket, which is really great, but if you're when I'm blowing snow, I can't really use it because I have to turn my head around and the hood doesn't move. You just end up looking at the inside of the hood. So the hood works good for a day like today. I don't have to look backwards. But this Carhartt jacket, this thing is impervious to cold, and especially wind. You go out in that north wind, you can't feel it at all. You're just toasty warm inside here. So I highly recommend this. I don't remember exactly what they call it on their website, but it's a very heavy parka kind of a jacket. It's canvas. It's a canvas thing, and it doesn't fit snug, and it gives lots of space inside between the jacket and your skin to stay warm. So anyway, I'm gonna go and get some bees. I'm gonna just take the skids of bees and put them in the yard here near the honey house, and I'd rather get them here and then go and warm up, and then I can take them from there and stack them in the honey house here. If I get too cold and I have to do that tomorrow, that's fine. I can just work away at that tomorrow. So again, no big push. I used to get in a real big panic in this. I remember my first year, come day to move the bees in, it was like, oh, you make sure you have everything ready and get them in and slam the door, right? Not so much anymore. It's just move in at my leisure. The only thing I want to make sure I do is to get this building ready. Cooled off is what I mean, getting it ready. Well, I mean, have the space and cooled off. So I've got to turn the exhaust fan on now. It is fairly cool in here, but I think it needs to go down another degree or two for the bees. So we'll do that, and then we'll go pick up some bees. Well, that was about an hour and a half or so, I guess. Now, I don't know if you can hear what I can hear, but I'm going to take the microphone over there and see if I can bring in on this. I don't know if you can hear anything but a few little buzzes there, but the whole thing sounds like a waterfall. It's quite a remarkable sound. So, over the next couple of days, they'll settle into their new environment. This is one of the keys that I use to understand how quickly bees actually adapt to their environment, and it's not very fast. And this is why, this is one of the reasons why I don't think something like solar gain is good on a hive in the winter, because it causes up and down fluctuations, and the bees don't adapt to that very well. They adapt to averages, because they'll sit here and they'll kind of make that sound and produce a lot of heat for the next 3 days or so, and then they settle in for the long haul throughout the winter. These are some good looking bees. I noticed there was one or two that either was light or was dead. I'll give you a closer look. Some nice looking clusters. Some are not as big as others, but they're in there. So this little one that I brought in last, it's still alive, but it's I didn't expect it. I don't expect it to make the winter, because it was a queen that wasn't doing very good, and I just used that nuke as a catch-all outside the honey house. So any bees that got brought to the honey house and couldn't find a home, they'd end up in there. But you know, they're in there. There's some dead bees on the bottom. This got a screen bottom on it, so there's lots of dead bees on the bottom. It doesn't have an entrance that's very good for cleaning out the bees. You know, it's up there a little ways. So I think 44 was the count. Notice that one of these, I think this one was dead. It just seemed like it was dead. I took the foamy off. I really didn't see much going on. So, you know, they don't all live, but they are in for the winter. Okay, I didn't get too cold out there, but cold enough. So I'm going to go in and maybe make some cocoa and warm up. Thanks for watching.